Okay, so that's the new unit, and basically what happened is this. The old carburetor had taken in quite a bit of junk from the fuel tank that we're going to drop here in a little bit, and with all the stuff being plugged, usually what happens is you can tap on that front bowl with some type of heavy device, and it'll unstick that float and that needle that's inside. But apparently, if you do it too much, you will crack this. And on the inside, on this side over here, there's a round section of the bowl, and there's a plunger, and that's the accelerator pump. And it had a small crack there, and then it also, come around to the side here, this shaft, it had a small puddle that was building right here. Not a lot, but just enough. There was no way that the carburetor controlled the flow of fuel. So I pulled that off, got a part number, and this unit right here is a remanufactured unit, and it's, I want to say it was like 190 bucks, but there's a core charge, so be prepared for that. Okay, so today we're back with a part 2 of the carburetor debacle. We've got our favorite cup of coffee, and the carburetor rebuild did not really turn out that well. One, it was running pretty rich, it sputtered, it popped, and then of course I flipped the advance around on the ignition a little bit to try and get it going, and it ignited a little bit of the fuel that was starting to puddle on the intake, so that didn't work out very well. But what I did is I got on the web, and there's a company called Uremco, and you get these through Summit Racing, and I got this completely rebuilt unit for 190 bucks. So I'm thinking, if the carburetor is as old as I am and a $30 rebuild kit don't fix it, it's okay to replace it. So that's what we're going to do. I want to show you where it's leaking here first. Alright, so if you look down there, laying on top of the intake manifold, you can see that little puddle of gas, and it was coming off the main shaft that the butterflies mount to there. You can see it. It's wet there on the bottom of the accelerator linkage, so we're just going to replace the whole thing. Okay, so some of the things that you have to change. One is this, and I believe this is the high idle. It's got this little electric connector, and this sort of slides up on like that, and then it has the mounting hole right there. And then on the linkage side, all you have to do is replace this and this onto here. Pretty straightforward. It's not anything that is going to require any type of special tools. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, so I just finished setting some real rough mixture settings on the carburetor. Got my vacuum gauge here, tightening everything up. Now I think it's time to take it out for a little test drive. Okay, so far it seems to run pretty good. I think I'm going to have to do a few more adjustments as far as the actual idle goes. But overall, it's very smooth. I'm going to make sure that everything's up to operating temperature here, and then I'll see how it does from a dead stop, and we'll go from there. Here we go from a dead stop. Okay, so here's my thoughts after a quick little test drive. It's not going to set the world on fire, but for just a factory rebuild, it's more than adequate. Did some rough adjustments to the mixture screws, got the idle kind of set to where it's okay. It's not the greatest, and it'll get you up to 70 like a 4,000 pound car would with a 307 and a 2-barrel. It doesn't miss or sputter. It's not running rich, as far as what I can tell. After I drive it for a while, I'll pull some plugs and let you know. I do have plans to take this thing to the drag strip. That video may or may not actually already be out, depending on when I get all these put together. So make sure you keep up with the playlist, because I'm about 3 videos ahead, maybe 4, depending on when this one gets done. So until next time, stay sharp, keep a tight shot, group, and rock on.